try. Got a test. Can you hear audio pick up okay on the other end?
Test, test, test. Okay, there we go. All right, all right, all right. I'm Max, and I'm joined here with Stephen Bauer on a great Tuesday night. We're here in Brantford as the Rise Wolfpack take on your visiting Niagara Prep. Steve, any early predictions on this one?
Less about the predictions, Max, but I'm excited. We've seen a little bit of the evolution of the OSBA and now another expansion this year growing as we continue to grow. And this is our first chance to see Niagara in Game of the Week. So really excited to see this. They've got a great group that's been together for a long time, plus the addition of Sarah Tiabasu into the roster. So really excited to see them in this context now and a chance to play at TRC.
Great. No prediction? You got nothing for us?
Wouldn't have enough to draw on to make an accurate prediction in this one.
All right, all right. Safe bet. I also want to give a special shout out. TRC player Arielle Wilson committed today. University of Memphis. So exciting times here at the Rise Center. We'll see how she performs out on announcement day. It's a big day.
Sometimes that takes a lot of stress actually off the athletes. I think the recruitment process can be a lot of fun, especially in the beginning. You get attention, people trying to get you in. You see all the different options available to you, but then eventually that process hits a stage where you're ready to make a decision to move to the next step. So there's a good chance that someone like Arielle now at this stage of it is probably like, great, really excited to now move on to the next part, which is Memphis. That can all go on the back burner. I can focus on what's happening here at TRC.
All right, now the starters. For TRC, we have Day, Ennis, Tassan, Wilson, and Frazier. For Niagara Prep, we have Tiabasu, Picton, Peters, Foreman, and Adino. Here's Niagara with the ball. Foreman gets in the lane, is going to get to the rim, but we're going to get a foul here called on Savannah Day. So we're going to get Foreman going to the line for two. Last time we had TRC on Game of the Week, we had Day get into some foul trouble early. So we'll see if she's able to better manage that moving forward in this one.
I like Niagara starts here. They get themselves spread out. They go 4 around the perimeter and 1 at the high post. But nice job on the deflection. Because they kept that spacing, it gets into the high post, it gets deflected away, and then when the ball moves, there's a bunch of space up on the top to tack downhill. So patience paid off, and the spacing paid off in the offense in first possession.
Foreman unable to hit from the line. Fighting for the boards, though. Peters comes up with it for Niagara, and they're going to retain possession here. Here's Tiabasu driving on. Wilson kick out. Foreman for 3. Too strong. Frazier gets it for TRC.
Yeah, the empty on the 0 for 2 in the free throw lines always feel worse than they really are. You leave 2 points on the line, but it's just a bit of a drag.
Wilson coming back the other way and able to hit it off the bank. 2 quick points here for Arielle Wilson.
Yeah, not to be undersold in that one was the hesitation. Wilson got in there, got some contact, but also slowed down to force the help to react. If they're going to come all the way out to player, or if they're going to stay at the rim. As soon as she made that reach, she continued the attack to the rim.
Here's Peters, her chance, a long 2, and the answer is right there for Niagara Prep.
This will be fun. If both teams are going to open up and start running in transition, it's going to be a lot of fun in the TRC gym.
Woo. Another hesitation from Wilson. Gets in the lane this time. We're going to get a foul drawn. She'll be on the baseline. It's going to be Picton, I believe, picking up the blocking foul.
Yeah, nice job Wilson here early on, kind of asserting herself. We have seen in the past how prevalent both Day and Ennis can be within their offense, but the last time we had them in Game of the Week to start the year, Wilson was out. So having her back in now, asserting herself early, creating some more space for her teammates is going to be a big plus.
Here's Tassan, finds a cutting Day. Her shot no good, but there's Ennis right there for the follow. That's no good. Able to get her own rebound, though. The lefty follow no good. Another chance for TRC. We have 10 on the shot clock, though. Pass for Wilson, no, tipped away. Fight for the ball is going to be tipped out of bounds off Wilson. It's going to go Niagara Prep way.
Oh, too bad to come up empty there. If you're TRC, you have Ennis on the glass. It's a couple gets it back together. One gets in the key, and then tipped away, but now you've got Wilson diving on the floor trying to keep it alive. You love to see those things turn as a positive as opposed to out of bounds, but effort's going to be something they're excited to see from the bench.
It's Tiabasu, a pull up. There's Wilson, though, with the block, and here comes Ennis and Wilson on the break. Long stride. She finds Wilson cutting, and 2 more points. Arielle Wilson.
I think our reigning MVP is probably one of the best we have in transition. You get Ennis out in space and at speed. She's just deadly.
Deadly. Zodino at the high post. Day with the coverage. They find Tibiasu, drives around Wilson that time, unable to get the layup to fall. Day cleans it up. And here comes TRC looking to push again. Woo! Cross by Tassan. Gets into the lane, finishes with the contact. And one opportunity. She'll be going to the line for the 3-point play.
Yeah, and great job there by Tassan. She gets the head of steam going, but goes to the contact first. So before she shows the ball, before she goes to finish, she gets into the contact of the defender. Then once that's been initiated, the defender's been neutralized as an athlete at that stage. Then puts the ball with her inside hand, puts it on the rim, gives it a chance to go down. Beautiful finish in transition.
Son able to convert the 3-point play. Now we have a 7-2 early TRC lead.
Yeah, the early fouls on Picton could also be a bit of a story here for Niagara. Now it's to sit her on the bench, and we'll see how long they have her over there, but quick fouls can be a big challenge in the first half.
That was Picton's second there, so she heads to the bench, and Hebert checks in for Niagara Prep. Stirbiasu, a quick answer, though, and the rainbow 3 over the TRC defender. First points here for Tibiasu. Right back the other way. Wilson tries to answer. Her shot off the glass is no good. Odino cleans it up, and she's pushing for Niagara. Here's Foreman in transition, and it's going to pick up the foul. She'll be at the line for 2 more, and I believe that's going to be Savannah Day picking up her second foul also.
No, that's a good one for Foreman. So we had the early touch for her, where she had a chance to go downhill, was unable to convert the 2 free throws. Got another clean look at a 3 just after that, and didn't really get herself in a rhythm. So I think to get something going back to the rim is what you really like to see for your scores. Get a trip to the line, get another feel for the ball, get some touches here in the dead ball situation.
Foreman able to hit on the second.
So you just need one to get going, Max. Just need one.
Woo! Okay. Tassan finds Vukovic right on the doorstep. Great passing here by TRC.
That was a great find. Again, it's the change of speed to let that help defender come to her. Ooh. Once the help defender leaves the rim, then she leaves her feet to go find her teammate underneath the basket. But the patience, just the change of speed, force the help the defender to move first, not the offense to move first. Nice hands.
Deep 3 here by Tibiasu, and she's able to rattle another one in. 6 points now. And we have a tie ball game, 6.5 to go.
2 big shots for her. That might help ease the burden we talked about with Picton having the early foul trouble. Tibiasu is going to do a pile of scoring from the perimeter. It's going to really loosen things up.
Frazier with the answer, and it's good for TRC. Rain in 3s here out in Brantford.
Yeah, here we go. Let's open this thing up, Max.
Woo! Okay, Tibiasu gets in the lane. She's going to draw the foul. She'll go to the line for 2.
Yeah, and I think it's the making the 2 3-pointers back-to-back really creates that move for Tibiasu. So she gets a chance to stop. She looks up at the rim. Now she's established herself at the threat that she is. Defense is running at her. It's that extra dribble now inside or outside to in, pardon me. Splits the defense, gets towards the rim, draws a foul. Shooting opens up a lot of space.
It helps. Look of disgust on her face after she missed that one. Just step back, Sarah. Oh.
Sometimes you like to use these to get in rhythm. When you've already made 2 threes, you like your players to go to the line and make the 2 free throws.
Yeah, there we go. Able to clean that up, hits the second. Vukovic finds Tassan, a good look from 3, and she's able to bury it. Another 3 here.
Big shot. You could see the bench, though, was on top of that one. They got the switch they want on this side of the floor, and it created a bunch of room for Frazier. So that first ball screen action, I think, created the shot they wanted, but they missed it. So I wouldn't be surprised to see TRC come back to that same action and get the ball back to Frazier, who just had one the previous time.
It's a 3-2 zone look here from TRC. Oh, maybe not. A zone look. It's a matchup zone. They get it into Hebert. She misses a little pull-up floater. Frazier cleans it up, and here comes Ennis in transition. Long stepping right to the basket. Unable to hit the floater. It's going to be cleaned up by Kolovecchia for Niagara, and they're coming right back the other way. Foreman right to the rim, and she's able to finish this time.
I don't see Ennis come away empty-handed very often in transition. She had lost that dribble only the last time down. Reed does a nice job being patient, forcing her to take a late shot over top of her. Couldn't get the angle down. And the rare miss led for a chance to Niagara come back the other way. So this thing's opening up a bit, and both teams seem equally comfortable doing it.
TRC stays in that zone look. Niagara works it around Tibiasu, a deep chance. Unable to go. Odino cleans it up though. Hebert looked to find her down low. Good job with Tassan to cut that pass off. Tibiasu, woo, okay. Gets around Ennis, unable to hit the floater though. Fight for the rebound. Here comes Ennis.
That was fast.
Oh, nice pass to find Vukovic. Unable to handle the pass though. It's going to be out of bounds off TRC. Going back to Niagara Prep.
Yeah, so I feel like as soon as the defense stood still, she went by. I mean, that was fast. You can't get caught standing up straight on her. Playmaker.
Here we go. Tibiasu up to Kolovecchia. Here's Odino. Finally gets a chance to go to work in the post. They're going to bring the double. The double's going to draw a foul, and Odino's going to go to the line. I believe it's going to be Wilson. Picks up that foul. Nope, it is not Wilson.
Those are frustrating when you're TRC from the lens that you feel like the defense was where you wanted them to be to execute the double team. Kept her off the baseline side in the post catch. Help came from the middle, had her turn into that. Seemed a little unsurprised when they take a shot over top of them. So the last step in all that, when you've done all that work, is just keep your hands out of there, force her to take that tough shot over the two of you. Don't get a foul.
Able to hit both from the line. Ooh, quick crossover step by Ennis. Gets right in the lane. Unable to hit that floater, though. Niagara Prep cleans it up, and here comes Tibiasu looking to push for Niagara. Uses the read screen. Great find, cutting down the lane. She's going to be fouled. She'll go to the line. Another great pass here. Both teams putting on passing displays.
Yeah, great pass. A late screen there at the top, and as soon as she saw the defense had come across on the hedge, both defenders are basically guarding Tibiasu come to the middle of the floor. Reed does a beautiful job just sliding down the slot, pass to the open offensive player, and it's a must-foul type situation. The Niagara free throw shooting is leaving a little bit to be desired here in the first quarter, though.
Whew. 4 for 10 early on here for Niagara, so we'll see if they can clean that up as the piles continue for TRC. They're in bonus here, 4:12 remaining in the first, so they'll likely get some more chances from the line. We'll see if they can start to convert. Tibiasu, ooh, okay. Stops right in her tracks, able to hit the pull-up.
Yeah, again, another nice read, though. Tibiasu comes off that one, feels the defender's a little bit behind, so she takes a shortcut. Wilson has to try and find an angle to get that space. Once Biasu has that window, she just pulls up, so great read.
Right back. Wilson finds Vukovic. Takes a step, though, before she puts the ball down, so it's going to be a traveling violation going right back to Niagara Prep.
You have to assume they're going to come back to some more ball screen action with the decisions they're getting from Tibiasu right now. It's causing a bunch of problems.
Good look for Kolovecchia. It's no good. Frazier cleans up the miss for TRC. Tassan looking to make something happen. She gets in the lane, the floater no good. Another offensive rebound here, though, for TRC, and Frazier gets a good look for three, and she's able to hit another. Her second three of the game.
Yeah, that's why I say it's a shame they missed her earlier. She's been shooting the ball real well. Gets another clean look there.
Niagara looking to get Reed a touch on the block going against Vukovic. We're going to get an offensive foul here called on Reed. It's going to go back over to TRC. Two subs here coming in for Niagara. We're going to have Reed and Hebert both checking out. And we're going to have Peters and Harrison checking back into the game for Niagara. Good look for Fraser. Woo, that one rattles out. The fight for the rebound, though. Niagara's able to come up with it. Tibiasu scanning in transition. Woo. Finds Peter on the block. They like that matchup, and she's able to hit with the righty hook.
Yeah, nice pace. As you can see, she collected the ball there. Peter feels with the defenders before she starts to go. Once she's established the defender's location, then she takes the right head baby hook.
Right back the other way. Ennis finds Vukovic down low, unable to handle the pass, though, and here comes Niagara. Tibiasu thought about the three in transition, passed it up, drove to the lane, going to be fouled by Fraser. She'll go back to the line for two.
Yeah, I love that. The little hesitation she had, Max, gets by it, and then comes back to the defender that's chasing her. So she creates the space. She gets the angle towards the rim. Once she has that, she also gets to the contact. So it's a chance to go for the 2 points, but also get the foul and make sure she's going to the line.
Tibiasu continues to fill it up here. 11 points early on as Niagara takes the 20-18 lead over TRC. 2:20 here in the first. And it's trying to work up top. Good defense there by Kolovecchia to cut her off. And here comes Tibiasu in transition. Good job there to cut off Wilson in the lane. No good. Odina on the foul is going to be fouled. On the rebound, going to be fouled. She'll go back to the line for two, and it's going to be Day picking up her third.
Tibiasu picked the thing up their own foul line, just ran away from everybody. It looked like a foot race, and she just took off with the ball, which is so impressive. Anyway, it creates a chance for the offensive rebound. Everyone's falling in place, but what a burst of speed.
Dina goes 1 for 2 on the free throw line. Right back the other way. TRC's pushing. Great pass by Ennis to find Michaela Ennis, and she's able to finish that one plus the harm. She'll go to the line for her own three-point chance.
Yeah, and as we said a couple times already now, they love to get Ennis in transition. She's a creative offensive player. She finds ways to score. But one of the most impressive pieces of this one was the catch. She's kind of running away from the basket, so actually is able to establish her balance again to pivot, come back, get inside the defense, and get to the rim. So athleticism can make up for a lot of things, including passes going away from the rim.
Unable to hit. Peters cleans up the miss. Vukovic goes for the steal there in transition. Unable to get it. Right back the other way. Niagara's unable to convert, but we're going to get a foul there on Dominique Ennis. So Niagara Prep's going to go back to the line.
Yeah, I think Harrison does a nice job getting this one and getting herself to the line. I think she'd love to have this one back, too, because almost at the same piece we've talked on. If she could have taken that finish a little more towards Ennis, she probably could have given herself a better angle, stronger finish at the rim, and still drawn that foul.
And Niagara able to hit from the line. 5 for their last 6 now after their early struggles. Here's Wilson back into the game for TRC. Tassan with a quick crossover, tried to find Frazier in the corner. It's going to be tipped away there by Foreman. It's going to be TRC ball on the baseline.
like the attack there by Tassan. It would have been nice to have one more, at least a look or one more dribble heading downhill towards the rim, pull the defense in before the kick goes out.
Tassan thought about the three, but maybe a bit too much indecision there. She's going to put the ball, take a step before putting the ball down. It's going to be another travel there for TRC. Ball back over to Niagara Prep. They're trying to find Ogino down low. Wilson comes flying in with the double team. Ogino, though, takes it baseline. Is able to finish with the reverse.
Great finish. I love that one. The catch there, spins away from the double team coming under, uses the rim as a protection. Great shot, great finish.
Right back, TRC answers with a Wilson three. She's up to 7 points on the ball game.
Niagara tries to get this one back inside.
Harrison, her three response, no good. The fight for the rebound, though. We're going to get a foul here on Niagara. It's going to be bonus situation, so we're going to have Michaela Ennis going to the line for TRC.
Yeah, you hate those ones. You get the end of quarter, your athletes are playing hard, everyone's chasing down a rebound, and missed rebounds and free throws for the team. So halftime, you shake those things off early in the game. You want everyone to go try and continue to compete for the rebound. Just hate to see them get free throws out of it.
Yeah, hate to see it. And TRC able to convert. Michaela Ennis hits the first. Off on the second, Adina cleans it up. Foreman pass up the chance. They find Peters down low. She goes to work, and she's able to hit the lefty this time over Frazier. She's up to 6 points. Niagara keeps her lead at 3 here, 30 seconds to go.
Yeah, I love the patience by Peters. Done this twice now. She had real nice moves on the block.
Good take there by Frazier, able to get to the left hand. Unable to convert, though, at the basket. It's going to be Niagara. 15 seconds here. Coach Picton calls out for last shot. Tibiasu gets a good look for a three, though, and she's able to bury it again. Putting on a shooting clinic here in the first quarter. Woo! Long shot by Tassan right before the buzzer is unable to go. So at the end of one, we have Niagara Prep taking a 30-24 lead here. High scoring affair, Stephen.
Yeah, very high scoring affair, and there's been a lot of positives on the Niagara offense that you have to really enjoy if you're going into the first quarter. And really the key to that being you've been able to throw the ball inside and get great production from them, working both against a double team before the double team comes and fill the defense and scoring. And the second piece has been the efficiency in the ball screen. In particular, TBS is putting on a bit of a clinic. It seems like whatever the read the defense gives her, she makes the right decision and gets some points or a great shot out of it.
All right, to start the second for Niagara, we have Tibiasu, Kolavecchia, Peters, Foreman, and Odino. For TRC, we have Tassan, Vukovic, Ennis, Wilson, and Frazier.
I'm going to assume TRC spent some of the intermission or some of the break getting a chance to talk about what they're going to do in the ball screen defense. They got to find something just to break the rhythm of TBS. She's been so effective both for herself getting to a shot, but also finding other people. So sometimes when this is happening, what you want is a bit of a variety, or you want her to stay out of a rhythm. Throw a couple different looks at her here earlier, see if you can find one that's having some success.
They look to isolate Ennis down low, guarded there on the switch with Tibiasu. They bring the double. Doesn't know what to do, and there's Tibiasu with the quick hands, and she's pushing again in transition. Ooh, okay. Little Euros unable to go, but they're going to get a foul there on Wilson. Tibiasu's going to go back to the line for 2 more chances.
Yeah, nice job by Tibiasu getting out in transition and attacking, and I thought Wilson also did a pretty good job of keeping her position defensively there. She didn't really go for the Euro step, stayed to the outside, just unfortunately the hand's a little too close to the shot.
Tibiasu able to hit both from the line. Hassan tries to kick over to Frazier. It's going to be picked off by Foreman. She's been deadly in transition so far. Ooh, quick step to the basket. Unable to go. We're going to get Odina collecting the offensive rebound. The foul there is going to go against TRC, so Odino's going to go back to the line for 2 more chances.
Odino's doing a nice job of following the play right now. There's been a couple trips to the free throw line she's earned where she hasn't even been part of the play, just tracking the ball, or her teammates have missed a shot. She's following that to get an offensive rebound. And then in that crowd, working her way back up to draw a chance to get to the line. So a lot of credit to her of scoring when she's been a part of the action, but also going and tracking it down and making some plays for herself.
Odino able to hit both. Up to 7 points now in the ball game. Going to get a stoppage here as we clean up the shot clock. Didn't start on that last possession. Good job by Clark getting right to the basket, unable to convert that one, though Odina cleans it up, and Coach Picton urging his team to push in transition. Kolovecki a little bit ahead of herself, tried to put it down. Too quick.
Like the attack from Clark the other end, though. Like the lefty scoop, too. All around good offense, good shot, just didn't go.
Last game of the week we did have TRC was at Lincoln Prep, and Clark did seem to provide a spark off the bench in the second half, so we'll see if she can provide that here. Second quarter as TRC looking to get some options going. Cut into this 10-point lead, and Wilson right in the lane, unable to get the finger roll to go. It's going to be tipped away by Niagara Prep, and they're pushing again. Picton over to Foreman, a good look for 3 in transition, rattles out. Vukovic cleans it up for TRC. Okay. Nice. Wilson to Ennis in transition, and she finishes.
Well, I tell you, great find to get that underneath your own basket. She's probably still in the charge circle, roughly, to throw it end to end. And then to have the angle on that pass to get over the defender, but then you come down to range where Ennis can make the catch. Great pass, great credit, or credit also due to Ennis for having the run and the catch, but Wilson with the find.
Dropping dimes out here. And it's able to convert the 3-point play. With the foul, we do have Tibiasu and Hebert checking back into the game for Niagara Prep. There's Tibiasu finding a cutting Picton, and she's able to finish with the left hand.
Scott says Picton felt the pressure denying the pass lane, just took herself backdoor, losing that defense up.
Woo, Clark again gets the left hand. That one just rattles out. going to be tipped out of bounds off Vukovic. It's going to go over to Niagara Prep.
They've been good foreshadowing by you, though, Max. Clark has come in now, had 2 real good takes, so creating a little bit of offensive spark. Offense hasn't really been the challenge for TRC, but she might add a little bit of boost to them here.
TBS using the read screen, finds her cutting down low, unable to hit the one at the basket. The fight for the rebound tipped off of their own player. Here's Wilson. She's looking to find Dennis in transition again. Good job, Niagara, to conceal her, but finishes over the top.
What a catch. I mean, great pass for Armstead. I couldn't even see her in there. Someone throw the ball into this crowd. She comes away with it. It's just incredible play.
TBS again trying to work with Reed. Does a shimmy hesitation, then dishes it right off to Hebert, and she's able to finish for her 2 points of the game.
Yeah, I think a real nice job of TBS. There's probably one more dribble than we see from a lot of athletes on the attack. So she took that one extra dribble once the help had come. That really pulls the help away from the rim. That's when you pass the ball and your offense players a chance just to lay it in.
Wilson, a good look from 3. Whew. Just rattles out the fight for the ball. Reed comes down with it, and here's Foreman in transition.
Good outlet pass. Get that thing going.
Ooh, just missed dribble there. Good defense by Wilson, able to stop her in her tracks, and she's pushing right back the other way. Gets to the left hand. It's no good. Turned into a track meet out here at TRC. Picked in over to Tibiasu, and she's able to convert. And with that, we do have a 40-29 lead for Niagara Prep, and TRC is going to take the time out.
You know, Niagara deserves a bunch of credit. Not very often we see teams come in with TRC and run up and down, and it feels like, which the game now feels like, the TRC wants to find a way to slow this down a little bit. And it's probably, in our few years of doing this match, probably the first time it's had a bit of that feel. That's not to say it does go there or it continues like this, but 13 minutes in, Niagara's done a real good job of taking this pace, taking the flow right at TRC, and then running up and down with them with a ton of success. So we'll see if TRC is going to change this, change defenses, or go with something else, or they think they're going to hit their own little rhythm in the same style of play that's currently going on. And
part of that might be TRC has fallen victim to foul trouble again. We do have Day and Frazier both with 3 on our check here, and Wilson with 2. So Frazier and Day both saddled to the bench, rotating in less bodies now from an already somewhat short bench. It's going to be tough for them to keep up with this speed, as those 2 have to sit probably for the rest of the first half.
And it's been one of those self-perpetuating problems. They don't have the size in there right now to defend that ball screen action, so then it ends up going in. Offensive rebound comes from the forwards of size Niagara, and they're fouling again. So the foul troubles leave them in a position where they're having to foul more often again.
Yeah, self-inflicted for sure. Tassan looking to make things happen for TRC. Oh, a deep 3 for Lisa Tassan, and she's able to get her first 3 of the second quarter.
Yeah, I like that one. I felt a little earlier they could actually use her being a little more selfish. She's been giving the ball up probably a little ahead of time, or a little before she should.
Woo, Picton, good move to get right to the rim, unable to finish there. Wilson again pushing, a little dump off to Ennis, and she's able to finish with the reverse. Those 2 making magic happen together out here in TRC.
And this is not to take away anything from the past, but I tell you, Ennis can make a lot of things, as we commented earlier. She can make a lot of things look real smooth with her athleticism. That's a tremendous catch. Probably a bit off balance on the wrong foot underneath the basket. Still gets it, gathers it, puts it on the rim, and just lays it in as if it wasn't that big of a deal.
Tibiasu answers right back with a little step back J. She's up to 20 points here. 5 minutes to go in the second quarter. TRC's got to find a way to contain her. Here's Wilson trying to find it. Michaela Ennis posting up down low. Good job by Niagara to take that away. We're going to have a travel up top on Vukovic. It's going to go back over to Niagara away, and they're going to chuck Adina and Peters right back into the ball game.
Yeah, I think with the game TBS is having, you've got to find something, and not that TRC hasn't been trying, but you've got to find something that can disrupt that flow. You want the ball out of her hands right now. You want someone else to have to do this. Clearly she's having a night where she's going to find a way if you let it be with her. So I wouldn't be surprised to see them continue to mix up defenses or mix up how their coverages go in these ball screen actions.
Better job there by TRC. Wilson's able to fight right back. They get Odino. Good look, though, in the post, and she's able to convert with the right.
You know, that's still part of the ball screen for Niagara. They come off it. Odino gets right down to the rim. They just have the patience to let that play out. She gets a great seal from the roll of the ball screen. They dump it into her to go to work.
Unable to hit the answer three from Wilson. Hebert comes down with it for Niagara. They get it back to Tibiasu at the top. Wilson picks her up. Screen with Odino. Here's Hebert. Ooh, pump fake. Here's Tibiasu, and again in the corner, and it rattles in. Tibiasu, her 4-3 of the game.
Yeah, she's not missing much tonight. She is not missing much. You could feel TRC want the travel on the play just prior because they knew that Tibiasu was not letting much get out of her hands tonight.
Wilson using the Clark screen, finds Clark down low, gets to the left hand, going to be blocked there by Foreman. Here's Tibiasu, quick out the other way, and she's able to get two more.
I'm not sure anyone can run her down. I think if she's going to leak out and be in front of people, I don't think anyone catches her. She is too quick. And she's played most of this first half. She's had the ball in her hand. She's doing a lot of work, and she's still that speed.
Ennis gets right in the lane, finds a good look for Wilson. That's what TRC wants, and Wilson's able to answer back. Her second three of the game. She's up to 10 points.
Let's do switch roles that time. That time it's Ennis now creating a little bit, finding a seam and throwing the ball over to Wilson. I mean, it seems like most of the first half had been Wilson finding things to Ennis, so nice to flip it up.
It's a little switcheroo there. Peters, they're trying to get it back to Tibiasu. 6 on the shot clock. Tries to drive around Wilson. Good job there by her and Tassan, able to disrupt that action. Here comes TRC in transition. Good pass there by Tassan right to Ennis. Unable to hit the first one. The second is good, though, and she'll take the foul.
You know, it ends up being a great pass from Tassan. Great finish from Ennis in the second time and get the foul. But want to go back to what we talked about earlier with Tassan. Is it felt like, again, she might be passing it a little earlier than she needs to. I think they've got a great offensive weapon in her. She makes so much happen on the bounce. She probably could have gone one more to really get the defender to commit to her before she makes that dump off to Ennis.
Unable to hit the free throw, though. Niagara Prep cleans up. So we have a 10-point here, Niagara. 3.5 to go in the first half. Tibiasu, ooh, thought about it. Oh, Peters, though, great little dish, and there's Peters right on the doorstep. She's up to 8 points, and we're going to have a little confusion here. It's going to be a timeout, TRC.
You know, when we've seen the last couple possessions now, Tibiasu is still in the ball screen, but had the patience to come off because she's drawing so much attention right now that both defenders end up really exposed from the basket, meaning the hedge defender's out, the person that initially starts on her is out. As her forward slips down, she got one where they slip down for the seal at the rim, and then this time she slips down, isn't to seal because no one ends up going with her at all. So a little patience at the top, draw both defenders, then throws the ball inside. So the impact TBS is having in this game is being felt in probably a variety of ways. We got the 20 points, which speaks for itself. Or
25 now.
25 now because can't keep up. But also probably 6 or 7 points directly from assists that she's had as well.
Yeah, TRC did do a better job containing her in the ball screen, but they've let the screener now get loose a few times. They had Odino once, Peters now. Got to clean that up.
I tell you, when you make that adjustment, you try and find something to stop the first option that's hurting you, and the second one becomes just as slick and scoring as well. It's really difficult because now you got, what are you going to do? How do you get to the third option? So TRC's got their hands full tonight. They need TBS to slow down a little bit. That's what it's feeling like.
If you're at Niagara, just going to keep riding the hot hand. Give the ball to Tibiasu, put her in those ball screens, let her make some magic happen. Ride that baby out.
Yeah, if you look at how they did their rotations or subbing pattern in the first quarter, and just assuming that was going to be a bit of a blueprint for the second quarter in this game, probably by now they would have had Tibiasu getting another breather. But what happened is she's so hot right now. She hasn't missed a shot, it feels like, since early in the first. And it's just so involved in their offense, you probably just have to, like you said, ride that hot hand, let her go a little bit, see if we can make it to halftime. Get your breather there, and we'll play the second half as it comes. But hard to argue with it with the way she's playing right now.
Yeah, exactly. We'll see if TRC is able to find some answers in the timeout. Coming out of the timeout for TRC, we have Tassan, Dominique Ennis, Michaela Ennis, Vukovic, and Lara Cook. For Niagara Prep, we have Kolovecchia, Tibiasu, Odina, Picton, and Peters. Here's Tassan up top working on Tibiasu, gets in the lane. She's going to draw the foul. She'll go to the line for 2. It's going to be Tibiasu's first of the game.
Yeah, I've been calling for that one. Her keep the ball a little longer, get in there herself. So nice to see. Definitely take it.
Tassan and Tibiasu actually used to be teammates back in Quebec at Lucien Page. So funny now having them opposition here in the OSBA. Aw, go head to head.
Great to see. That's how rivalries are made.
Looks like TRC is going to fall into a zone here. See how Niagara responds. They get Odina, a good look. Unable to hit Colavecchio, though, with the follow, and she's able to hit for 2.
This is where TRC is missing Day. I think she helps clean up some of the rebounds. They do a nice job on the initial shot, force one that they can get a miss, but they can't clean it up and finish the possession.
Ooh. Nice pass there by Ennis to find an open Vukovic, and she's able to hit for 3.
And they needed a bit of that right now, just stem the tide.
Niagara working it around. Picton up top, dishes off. Here's Peters, a good look. It's going to be fouled there by Cook. Good job to challenge the shot there. And Peters, though, back to the line for 2.
Niagara's done a nice job the last couple possessions since the last time out they've come out. Done a nice job getting it inside, getting some touches down low. This might be a chance. We might watch here if they can get one of their guards. Picton had the 2 fouls early. If she gets a bit of a breather here to protect her for second half, or if they do get a chance to get Biasso a little bit of a rest go in the second half as well.
Here comes Ennis. Head of steam is going to try and draw defenders, and it's going to be Colavecchio trying to stop her in her tracks. Going to pick up the blocking foul, so it's going to remain TRC ball. Oh, a little confusion there. TBS is able to pick up the loose ball. She's going the other way. Good job, Tassan, able to cut her off. Odino down low, try to make something happen, unable to go. Ennis tips it over to Tassan. She's going to push. Great take right to the basket, unable to hit the finger roll, and Picton comes down with the ball. It's going to be tipped off of Ennis and out of bounds, what's going to remain Niagara basketball.
I love Tassan's little hesitation there and let the second defender just ran away when she did that, assuming the pass was coming. Re-engaged, went back at the basket. Unfortunately, just couldn't get all the way over top of the rim, just left it a little shy on this side.
Tibiasu kicks over to Foreman, a good look. It's front rim. Ennis gets another rebound for TRC. Ennis long stepping right by the defense, gets into the lane, and we're going to get a blocking foul there on Picton. It's going to be her third. And I believe we're going to have, that's 2 shots for Michaela Ennis.
Yeah, and that's probably, it's the tough part. You're bouncing, and these things always are easy in hindsight, whether it works out or does not. But playing with the 2 fouls early was great to get her back in, get her rhythm, so she didn't sit for the entire first half. But then she gets that third one here at the end of the first half. In a situation where you're on the upside, so now you got to let her play with 2 fouls or be balancing that in the second half. And the challenge with Picton, and they probably know this, is that she's such an aggressive player, great defensively. As you saw the possession before, was involved on trying to rip away that rebound, did so successfully, was involved in challenging this drive as well too. So she's not going to give anything up, which means she's probably one of those players that's at risk of getting a third foul call.
Here's Colavecchia, good look for 3, too strong. TRC cleans up the miss. Good job, Wilson, to get by TBSU right to the rim. Unable to convert, though. Odino cleans it up. Here comes back Niagara Prep. Hebert for three. Oh, a long two. Andrea Hebert is able to, though, hit the long jumper for Niagara Prep. Ennis gets right into the lane, gets to her floater, no good. Fight for the rebound. Woo. Tassan's able to come up with it for TRC. It's going to be jump ball, though, going Niagara Prep way. We're going to have a timeout here, 42 seconds remaining in the first half. We have Niagara Prep 55 over TRC 46.
Yeah, I think you get a chance to take this timeout here, Max. 42 seconds left. If you're Niagara, you're probably trying to run something quick to go 2 for 1. Meaning you get a chance to come down, something quick hitting on offense, get you a shot that's going to leave enough shot clock time that you'll play 1 possession of defense and get a second one on offense. So what you're looking for in this first one is probably something quickly going to TBSO based on how her first half has gone. Probably set her ball screen, let her make a play, make a decision of what's going to go on offense, get yourself back for 1 stop and play 1 more full possession out at the end.
And to TRC's credit, we did have that timeout after TBSU hit a few jumpers in a row and then started getting the screener involved. We have had less of TBSU. She hasn't scored the last 3.5 minutes so far, so they've done a good job containing her. The screener became an issue at first, and they've seemed to have done a better job in that the last few possessions. So credit to the TRC coaching staff finding ways to disrupt Niagara Prep and their offense, but see if they can get some stops here late.
Yeah, it's a not a make or break moment, but it's a real feel-good moment, I think, for both teams here. If you can push this thing to 10 or double digits, which is the opportunity you have as Niagara, you really want that. Double digits feels nice going into halftime. If you can keep it at single digits or potentially get down to 7 if you're TRC, you feel pretty good because you've battled foul trouble all half. And if you can survive all of that, get at 7, and assume you can do a little bit better jobs defensively the second half, or at least maybe TBS will cool down, you're probably right in this thing going to the end.
Here we go, 41 seconds, Niagara Prep brawl. Let's see what Coach Picton drew up. TBS are going to go off the Odino screen. Good job there by TRC. Wilson out on TBSU. TBSU looks to drive, though, and there's a cutting Colavecchia on the backside. She's able to hit for 2 more.
And they chose to go, instead of 2 for 1, get 1 really good possession, and there's no fault in that as well. Make sure you get a quality shot. Left it in TBSO's hands, let her make a decision. She made a great one.
There's Wilson off the Vukovic screen. Great pass to find Vukovic down low. Odino's there, able to disrupt that pass. The outlet, though, picked off by Ennis. Unfortunately for her, though, the floater's just left short. So at the end of the first half, we do have Niagara Prep leading TRC 57-46.
Yeah, you can see Coach Picton was right on that last turnover. I mean, you had 3 seconds left, and you could feel the vibe of Niagara trying to turn that last defensive rebound into 1 more offensive possession. But he quickly was on top of, like, we can't give the possession away in that scenario. That would have been a real heartbreaker emotion-wise to have that go back to TRC and then put that last bucket in.
All right, leading scorers at the end of the first half for TRC. We have Michaela Ennis with 14, Lisa Tassan and Arielle Wilson both with 10. For Niagara Prep, we have Sarah TBSU with 25, Laura Nardino with 9, and Chloe Peters with 8. All right, to start the second half for TRC, we have Frazier, Wilson, Ennis, Tassan, and Day. For Niagara, we have Picton, Tibiasu, Peters, Odino, and Foreman. Here's Tassan. Ooh. A little miscommunication there as Wilson was trying to get down low. Thought she was going to go out to the corner, so it's going to be out of bounds on Tassan. It's going to go back to Niagara Prep.
Yeah, TRC obviously opened the second half, trying to run a little set play or quick hitter, get a different look or get a little touch to open loosen up the defense, but a little miscommunication on the screening action appeared.
Peters unable to hit for Niagara, and here comes TRC. Frazier, a quick trigger in transition, and there she goes, the three-point specialist, her third three of the game, and we're down to an 8-point lead. Woo. Some miscommunication there by Niagara as Picton's pass for Peters is over her head. It's going to go out of bounds. It's going to go back over to TRC.
Yeah, you can see Coach was telling his daughter, Picton, to take the easy pass. There's probably a relay to Tibiasu, one pass away as opposed to trying to go cross court with that skip. She didn't have a live dribble anymore. Make the easy play and keep the ball moving.
Here's Day going to try and get herself going after a long first quarter on the bench. Her fadeaway's no good, but Wilson's there to clean it up. Frazier again for three. This one just off. Ennis is able to clean that one up, though, and we're going to get a foul there on Foreman, and it's going to remain here with TRC. Samo staying here with the Wolfpack.
Yeah, they need that, and they probably also need Tibiasu just to come back down to earth a little bit here with her production in the second half. And if they can do that and keep them from scoring 50, they could be fine.
TRC swings it. Here's Frazier trying to find Ennis. It's going to be tipped off Niagara. It's going to be TRC ball on the baseline. 5 now on the shot clock. What's up? Golovecchia is going to check in here for Peters. Down to 3, gotta go. Tassan kicks it to Wilson. Shot's not going to go off in time, so it's going to be shot clock violation. Back to Niagara Prep.
Yeah, I think it's a little bit of a probably lost sense of the shot clock there. Had the baseline drive and got tipped up, hit the underneath of the backboard. Had a different feel to it, used to that kind of stoppage being like a foul or something hitting the rim, but with it only being 5 on the clock, I think TRC lost sense of that.
TRC setting up in their zone. We haven't seen that look yet, and Niagara's able to handle it well, kicks it right over to Foreman. She's able to finish for 2.
Yeah, picked a nice job there. Dribbles down, draws the defense. Nice little bounce on the floor so the forward can just step up and pick it in.
Right back the other way. Ennis gets a good look at the basket, unable to convert though, but another offensive rebound here for TRC. Ennis gets around to the defender, finds Tassan, open for 3, just rattles off. Odino cleans it up. And we're going to get Day with the reach and foul. That's going to be her 4th foul of the game.
Yeah, and that was probably the last thing they needed for Day. I mean, they're trying to get her going here early on, want to get her established. Needed her probably offensively, but probably really needed her on the glass at both ends. But what you couldn't afford was a 4th foul on an offensive rebound here where she wasn't really a part of the play anymore, just reaching in 90 feet away.
It's going to be tough for TRC, but we'll see how Coach Deuce manages that. 8 minutes here in the third, so she's going to have a quarter and 8 minutes. Day has 1 foul to go. See if Niagara tries to take advantage of the size now down low. Picton, a quick trigger 3.
Somewhere in here, I think TRC is going to have to let Day try to play through it, and that'll be a good challenge for her. She's going to have to play without picking up a foul here, and they're probably going to need to play some minutes like that.
Tassan tries to get in the lane, kicks it over to Frazier. Step back 3 this time, and it's good! Aaliyah Frazier.
Drilling shots.
And here's TRC in that press. We didn't see much of it in the first half. We'll see if it starts to pay dividends here in the second. Niagara, though, 2 times, 2 chances right at the rim, and both times they've been able to convert.
Yeah, usually the key to success and the pressure from TRC is at the front. Ennis has used their wingspan, athleticism to make a lot happen, slow the pass down the beginning. If they get past that first layer without much challenge, the back end's going to be really exposed.
Tassan off on the 3, but there's Ennis again, another offensive rebound for her, and she's able to put it right back up and in.
Nice hands. Came off quick there for Ennis, able to knock it down and corral it in the crowd.
Confusion there on the pressure. No one was there to pick up on the slide line. Niagara gets a good 3 out of it. Foreman unable to hit though. Colavecchio with the follow, no good. Fight for the rebound's going to be jump ball remaining here with Niagara Prep.
Yeah, and as you said, it continues to be the trend. TRC's been extended 3 in a row. All 3, Niagara's gotten right down the heart of the defense. Got themselves great shots on the back end of the pressure.
A good look for Peters on the baseline. The long 2 for her is going to be able to go. So teams continue their hot shooting from the first half, carrying over here in the third quarter. TRC looks to post up. Arielle Wilson working on Picton. She gets it, kicks over to a good look for Ennis for 3, and she's able to convert.
Wow, nice find by Wilson. Not often you see that. A point guard post up drawing a double team, so she's a nice presence down there to find the weak side of the floor.
Back the other way, Foreman rushed on that layup, no good. Here comes Ennis in transition. A little in and out dribble right around the defender. Unable to hit at the rim. Frazier with the follow though, she's gonna be knocked. That's a foul. She'll go to the line for 2.
Yeah, I felt like Niagara probably held their breath in that one where Ennis drove in there, because again, you got picked in almost the same situation as Day, who's by the basket, involved in another collision play. You don't know which way the call is going to go, and you don't want it to be her 4th foul. So the no call is probably well taken in that scenario by Niagara.
Frazier able to convert both from the line. Woo, okay, Foreman. Niagara again able to handle the pressure pretty well, but then caught on the back end. He bears, picked off there by Frazier. Stasana top, looks like they're going to try and get Wilson the ball again on the baseline. Doing post up on Picton. Great pass, finds Vukovic. It's going to be tipped. Good job by Tibiasu to tip it away, and then off of Vukovic out of bounds, so it's going to go back over to Niagara Prep. Another good pass, though, from Wilson out of the post up. Ooh. Tibiasu gets right to the rim, unable to hit. The follow by Foreman is going to be fouled on that attempt from behind, so she'll go to the line for 2.
Your pressure will always be at high risk if the first receiver in the offense, so this one goes Tibiasu, if she can split the trap, that's going to put you in a real disadvantage, because what's happened now is you got 2 defenders that were initially in that trap out of the play. You got 3 defenders now trying to basically guard 5 coming at them, and in this case you got Tibiasu getting ahead of speed coming from her own 3-point line downhill towards the rim, and 4 offensive players with her, so it's a big ask to try and slow that down.
Foreman's able to convert. So after their early struggles from the line, Niagara has hit their last 6 here. Again, looking to get Wilson a touchdown low. Ennis, though, able to get in the line, finds Vukovic right there, unable to hit the layup. Ennis goes for the steal. Niagara Prep pushing in transition, and Picton's pass a little bit too high. It's going to go out of bounds, and it's going to go back TRC way. Ennis trying to do work on Foreman, gets a good look on the baseline, and she's able to hit.
Oh, that's great. I mean, I feel like Ennis was down here still kind of gathering her thoughts from the last possession. Didn't realize the ball was in. It was probably halfway to her before she even knew the ball was back in play. Catches it. 2 dribbles against the basket to score. What a great play, just to tune herself back into it.
Not even just 2 dribbles. She had the little shimmy, the behind-the-back crossover.
Oh, it was great.
It's got us going there. A little handle game. Michaela Ennis, and we're back to a 3-point game.
Yeah, and there's been times in this where it has really felt like Niagara had really stretched it out, and there were times they probably did have it on the rocks a bit like that. But the reality is it always stay within striking distance. So TRC, despite their foul trouble, has stayed within striking distance in this game. And what Niagara's trying to find now is a little bit of that magic they had in the first half of the offense. It's not been bad in the second half of this third quarter, but it's certainly been slowed down from what it was. And as we touched on this in the first half, what Niagara's going to decide is, and they'll know better than us, do they feel like they can respond and continue to score at that pace and outscore TRC, or now that TRC has got themselves back in, do they want to change the flow of this game a little bit and slow it down and control the pace for the last 15 minutes?
Great. And the pressure. So the pressure, Niagara did handle it the first 2 times. They got open looks right at the rim. The last 2, though, they had a turnover in the corner. They sped, Picton up. Her pass went over the top and out of bounds. So it looked like Niagara was able to handle it early, but it has done the job. It's got the ball out of TBSU's hands. And they've got 2 turnovers the last few possessions. So we'll see if TRC remains in that, or if they do, how Niagara attacks that, or if they change it up and come back to that later. 5 minutes to go here in the third.
Yeah, one of the downsides when you get into that, which is a great point, is it's a lot of work for Ennis. As we said, they like to have her in the front. She's so active. So trying to get her to do that for 18 minutes, as an example, to finish the game is a big ask and really takes away probably from her offensive ability. So you got to pick your times and how long can you stay in it, have the impact, and then how much detriment is it causing to her offensive game. I'm still really intrigued to see when they decided to go with Day, because again, we talked about she's got 4 fouls, but her presence on the glass has really been missed, I feel like, throughout this entire game. She can add some scoring in other pieces as well, but that's the element that they're not able to fill without her. So somewhere in here, I think they've got to give her a chance to go, and she's got to find a way to play with the 4 fouls.
In TRC's, though, defense, they have done a pretty good job the last few possessions since Day went out with her 4th, and they have come back. They've cut back into the lead without Day so far. So I think it will have to be another dip in their performance for Coach Deuce to go back to her.
That's probably one of the more difficult shots TBS has had to take today, too.
And here's Frazier, a 3, and it's good! And we're all tied up here at the Rise Center. It's her 5th 3 of the game, Steve. Firing 3 balls up here. Woo, Picton, okay. With the crossover, gets right to the rim, and she's able to finish with the offhand right.
Great job setting up that screen. Picton just kept coming out, waiting for the defender to start to cheat. Waited for the defender to step higher than she did, and once she was even with the defensive player, she crossed over, went downhill to her right.
Niagara now in his own look. Let's see how TRC responds. I get a good look for Wilson in the corner. It's going to be short. Picton cleans it up, and she's going to push for Niagara. Here's Tibiasu. Thought about the step back. There's Ennis covering, though. Tibiasu directing traffic. Gets in the lane, finds Picton in the corner. Tiptoeing on the sideline. She's going to dip it off to Peters. It's going to get called for the travel first, so ball going to go back to TRC.
I think that was a little unlucky. I think Picton actually the right idea. She was trying to get to contact and seal off the defender. I think she just misjudged how far the defender was, so lost her balance a little bit. But I like the idea of her trying to seal that off, draw the second defender, and then make the kick.
It's TRC working around the zone. A deep 3 for Michaela Ennis. It's too strong. Foreman cleans it up. Good hands, though, by Ennis, able to steal it in transition. And here she comes right at the basket. Tibiasu to challenge. Ennis goes over the top. No good. Odino cleans up the miss for Niagara. Tibiasu pushing, finds a good look for Picton. A long 2. It's no good. Ennis cleans up that rebound for TRC.
Nice fine transition. I don't think Picton was expecting the pass. Didn't know she was ready for the shot.
Ooh.
Caught herself. So that last one, Tibiasu gets into the heart, kicks it out to her. And as I was saying, I think Picton wasn't expecting that ball to come to her and ended up having to step back in the shot as opposed to being ready, set, and to take the 2-pointer in rhythm.
Jason went to the Euro step there. Picton tried to stay in front, but little late on the slide. She's going to pick up her 4th there, so she'll head to the bench here. 2:44 remaining in the third.
Yeah, the difference now in the two with the foul trouble day for TRC, Picton for Niagara, is that Picton's had a chance to play probably throughout this game. They got her back in the first half. She played a stretch there. Now she's played a great stretch here in the third quarter. So you can go ahead and give her 5-6 minutes right now at the end of this quarter, start the next one before you come back to her, and she's still in the rhythm. The tough one with Day, which is really tough to balance, is how do you get her back into the flow of this game? If you're going to put her in for 5 minutes to go, do you hope she's going to be performing at her best when she hasn't really played for 30 minutes?
Niagara swings it around. They find Peters open for 3. It's going to be short. Vukovic fighting for the rebound. It's going to be tipped off Adino and out of bounds, so it's going to remain with TRC.
Yeah, nice job, Vukovic. They're going to need that. They need the presence in the battle on the glass.
Niagara remains in the zone. Ennis able to get around Odina right in the lane. The floater's too strong. Reed cleans it up. It's going to be fouled there by Vukovic. It's going to remain Niagara ball.
Like that by Ennis, though. In the zone, she saw the back line was pretty flat, meaning they were all down almost the level of the rim. So she gets past that first row. There's a little pocket there. She can shoot that pull-up. That's a good rhythm shot for her.
Here's Reed. Good job, Wilson, coming with the double.